Get back to our big story this morning. Wilmer Hutchins High School in Southeast Dallas closed the rest of this week after a shooting on campus.
This morning, the suspect is in custody, turning himself in. And after an hours-long search, 4 students are recovering right now. Their injuries range from non-life-threatening to serious. And Dallas ISD is still trying to figure out how that gun got into the school. Now, unfortunately, not the first time. This shooting comes almost exactly 1 year after another one on the same campus.
Yeah, now families may ask, how did we get here yet again? And our team coverage this morning is trying to help track down some of those answers with what we know. Starting off with Janelle Fort this morning, we did get an update on the suspect overnight, I believe.
Yeah, we're just learning that overnight a judge set his bail at $600,000. I've spent the morning kind of combing through the Dallas County jail records. We also know now that he's being charged with aggravated assault with mass shooting. He's been here at the Lew Sterrett jail since around 9 o'clock last night, so about 9 hours at this point. And according to police, he's 17 years old and a student at Wilmer Hutchins. Now that surrender, it followed an hours-long manhunt that stretched from Southeast Dallas to Waxahachie, where at one point officers were seen with long guns drawn outside a home. This all started after 1 p.m. Tuesday. Police say that teen was involved in a shooting at Wilmer Hutchins that sent 4 of his classmates to the hospital. Dallas ISD police say the investigation is still very active, and right now they say they aren't releasing much about a possible motive or what led up to the shooting. But this morning, one thing is certain: the community is shaken, especially the parents.
I just don't understand. I don't know how I'm gonna move forward after this because I just don't feel like it's safe.
Your hands are shaking.
I know I am because she's my world. She's my everything. She's my baby. I don't ever want anything to happen to her. And the one place that I should feel safe that she's at is school. And here we are.
Now, the biggest question hanging over the investigation this morning is how that gun got into that school. This is a school that has metal detectors. They have a clear book bag policy. So we're going to get over to our Chris Sadeghi for more on that angle. And Chris, you and I both covered another shooting at this same high school last year.
Yeah, Janelle, it was 1 year and 3 days ago between these two shootings. That shooting last year prompted security measures to be put in place to keep it from happening again. Obviously, those security measures failed to keep a gun out of the building yesterday. The shooting last year, as far as how that gun got inside, that was attributed to human error. A student went through the metal detectors that day, and it did go off. However, his bag was not properly checked, and later that day, another student was shot inside the school. After that incident, the district police chief said they would retrain staff on the metal detectors and also on checking bags and take steps to improve communication. So then how did this happen again just a year later? In a press conference, the district said the suspected student was let in the building outside of normal school hours. Parents we spoke to tell us that they see security each and every day and wonder how it could happen.
When I come up here to get them, and they always check for my badge and ID and everything, so I don't know how they could have got in the school building.
I thought it was safe. They wear clear backpacks. You know, they have to take clear backpacks every day to school. They get checked when they come in.
So once again, we will be waiting to see if the district adds even more security measures after this latest shooting. We'll see if those are implemented before next week when the students return to class. Kara, back to you.
Yeah, Chris, and students were very vocal about wanting change after last year's shooting. And I mean, you were at one point at one of their protests.
Yes, they staged a walkout after that shooting last year. They were very angry, not only about the shooting at their school, but shootings that happen at schools across the country. They said that it's not something they should have to live with. It wasn't just students. There was staff joining them in their concerns. So they were wanting those security measures to be put in place. It's interesting. I was listening to some of the interviews that our crews out here were doing yesterday with students, and they said even with the increased security, having lived through it once, it's always in the back of their mind. And now they've lived through it twice. Back to you.
Yeah, it would be difficult to go back. Okay, Chris, thanks for the insight and the update.